Did you know that magnets are so easy to make and it only takes a few items? Well, hello, my beautiful and amazing crafters. Welcome to another video of Crafting with Shanita. I'm going to show you how to make this cute Valentine's Day classroom gift idea with just a few items. All right, so I'm going to head over to Creative Fabrica where I'm going to find all my PNGs for today's project. I will have a link of everything that I'll be using today in the description box below. So Creative Fabrica is one of my go-to places for commercial-free licensed PNG and artwork. I love the variety that Creative Fabrica has. So I'm just going to type in Valentine's PNG, and I'm just going to search for a couple that I want to choose for my bookmark. I'm just going to search for a PNG that just has artwork alone without any text. And once I find the one I like, I'm going to download it and I'm going to go ahead and save it onto my desktop. I do have the Creative Fabrica yearly subscription. This is a really great investment for me because I'm always on this site downloading and using the artwork for projects and for my store as well. I'll leave the link for you down below in the description box. So I like to save my files onto my desktop and I'll go back and clean it up later. And what I like to do is I love it when creators actually name their file and don't just put PNG 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5. Because sometimes I'll have something already saved on my desktop and I don't want to have to deal with overwriting or deleting it. So kudos for creators that actually name the file. It makes it easier for me to save and get moving on my project. So now that I have all the images I want to use today saved onto my desktop, it's time to head over to Canva so we could get started on the bookmarks. All right, so in Canva, I'm going to go ahead and create a custom design. And I'm just going to work on a full sheet of paper because I want to put multiple designs on one full sheet. I'm going to bring the designs into Cricut Design Space and then I'll separate them once I'm in Cricut Design Space, and I'll show you how I'll do that in a minute. So we'll just go ahead and change it. I like to work in inches and I'm just going to do a full sheet of paper size. So when it comes to your bookmark sizing, it's just going to be up to you how thick you want it, how big, small you like it. I like mine's about 2 by 4 inches. I've made bookmarks before and that's the size that I prefer, but it's really up to you. It's going to be your design. So here's one I already kind of pre-made, but I want to go ahead and make these alternate bookmarks with you as well. I'm a visual person, so I brought in a shape so that way I can stay in the perimeters of about 2 by 4 inches. And I definitely can scale it up and down once I get into Cricut Design Space, but I'm going to start with this as how long and wide I want my bookmarks to be. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and upload those images that I downloaded from Creative Fabrica and add them to my page. Start with the cute little puppy first. I'm just going to size it down. Now I'm just going to duplicate my shape here. I'm going to change the color. I'm going to change it to white. And I'm going to make it about 0.7 inches in width. I'm going to duplicate my little puppy here and I'm going to go over to flip and I'm going to flip it vertically and take it to the other side of the design. Move this out of the way. I'll change this to gray so you can see a little bit better. I'm going to use Canva's guide to make sure that they are aligned, but I'm still going to select it and make sure that they're also positioned correctly. So I like that. Now the space between the two characters, it's going to be up to you. About 1 inch between the two would be enough spacing so you can fold over your bookmark. Okay, let's make a few more. So let's go back to uploads. Let's do the little mushroom. And since I have one already sized the way I like it, it's going to be easier to finish the other 3 more elements. Little tips, hey, you want to match the color. Say, here's a little tip. So I want to match the color to the actual heart on the little kitty. So I'm just going to go to the dropper tool under the colors tab, hover over color, and now I can have a nice exact match. Little tip. And I'm making sure that each of the elements are about 1 inch apart. All right, so now I'm all done, and they all kind of stay in the dimensions that I want, but I definitely could change it up in Cricut Design Space. So I'm going to make sure I group all of my bookmarks. I'm going to scoot them apart just a little bit. Now I'm going to go to share. I'm going to download this as a PNG with a transparent background. Now I'll head over to Cricut Design Space and I'll go ahead and upload these images. Perfect. So we're back in Cricut Design Space and I've uploaded the file. Now I'm just going to bring in a shape so I can separate the design. I'm going to place the shape behind one of the bookmarks. I'm going to select slice and go ahead and slice it away from the 4 designs, and I'm going to do that 3 times. Right now, all the designs are all separated. I'm going to create a slight offset because I do not want Cricut cutting out these little individual pieces. I do not want my Cricut to cut out around all these little pieces. So I'm going to make a very slight offset. I'm going to change my offset to a basic cut because I just want to make sure there's no little pieces that will be cut out. I want it to just be one solid offset. Then I'm going to flatten. If you want, you can add a score line so Cricut, if you wanted to, you could definitely add a score line so your Cricut machine can score the middle of your bookmark. And to do that, you'll go to Shapes, bring in a line. I'm going to rotate my line 90 degrees. Take my score line and my bookmark, select them both, and then I'll go to the top, hit Align and Center. And then, most importantly, attach. So now the Cricut will print this out, cut this out, and it will score it. So when I send this to my machine, I'll print it, it'll score the design, and then it will cut it out. Let's go ahead and create an offset on the remaining 3 bookmarks. You want to use your hide contour to remove any little pieces you don't want the Cricut to cut. Change it to your desired color and make sure to select everything and flatten. If you want to know how to add text to your bookmarks, comment add text in the comments below and I'll make a separate video just for that. I'm going to go ahead and just leaving my dimensions locked. I'm going to just go ahead and size them down to about 4 inches in height. I'm going to save my design and then I'll send this to my printer to print and send it to my Cricut Maker to cut it out. Now there's 2 ways that you could create your magnets. The first is that you can use cardstock, regular cardstock, or even glossy cardstock, and then add a layer of laminate to add a little bit more protection and shine. These are my favorite adhesive magnet strips. I got them at my local Walmart. It's an 18-pack, and I think I paid $1 or $1.99. It's such a great buy. They're very easy to cut. You can cut them with a pair of scissors, and then all you have to do is just line it up to your magnet, adhere it, and it's ready to go. The second way is you can use these magnetic printable magnet sheets. They come in a pack of 5 sheets. They're perfect for your inkjet printer. And then that way you can print them out and you don't have to worry about adding the magnet adhesive. But I'll show you both ways and I'll let you know at the end which one I prefer the most. I finished printing and cutting out these really cute 3x3 cards to adhere the magnets to. And I was able to fit 6 on one full sheet of paper. And then I was able to cut 6 magnets with my Cricut machine. So it worked out perfect. So if you print it out with your cardstock and adhere it with the laminate, you have this really amazing shine, or you can leave it plain as is. And then all you have to do is use either some magnet dots. In my case, I'm going to use the magnet strips. I would just cut them down to size using a pair of scissors and adhere it to the back of the magnet. And if you don't want to use the magnetic strips and cut them out individually, there are pre-cut strips that you can find online. I'll leave everything listed in the description box below. So cute and adorable. And then all I did is I had these little cellophane sleeves that I was just slide them in. This is the smallest size that I have, so I'm just going to cut it down and then seal it with these little, and then I'll seal it with these cute heart stickers. Now with the magnet sheets, you just print them out and then all you have to do is fold it over and they're ready to go. You don't have to add that additional magnet strips or individual pieces of magnet. These are great alternative as well. The only downside with the magnet sheets is that you only get 5 in a pack. They are pretty pricey. And what I noticed is I didn't laminate these two just to give you variety, but when I go to crease it, it does have a little rigid here, and I think that would be avoided if I laminated them. But they still come out super cute. I think this would be best for just a plain magnet that you're not actually going to add a crease to. But a great alternative. Out of the two options, the cost and if I decided to do like for the whole classroom, I would prefer printing it out with the cardstock, adding the laminate, and just adding the strips. It is extra steps, but overall I could get more using the cardstock and laminate versus the magnet sheets, but they both came out adorable. Let us know in the comment section below, which one do you like the best? These came out so amazing. What do you think? Hey guys, I just love the way these came out. These are really adorable. I think I'm going to add them to my Etsy shop. I'm going to add a link in the description box below straight to my Etsy shop. I think I'll do a set of 6. I'll personalize it with the child's name, and then I'll add a little coupon code here on the screen. This would be just for my Crafting with Shanita family. If you're watching the channel, this is your coupon code that you can use for a percentage off this order. And I will have this up. Today is the 17th of January. I'll have this up mid next week, so it'll be available in my shop. If you just want to just order these, have them personalized, I'll ship them out. You get it before Valentine's Day. This would be so great. But if you want to make them yourself, I gave you all the tips and tricks as well. Now, when it comes to the bookmarks, using the magnetic sheets, they are a little bit thinner, which I do like. You're getting 5 sheets per pack. Using magnetic strips or adhesive magnet, it's a little bit more bulkier, but either way, they come out amazing. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned a little bit or a lot. And we can now wait to see you on the next video of Crafting with Shanita. Happy crafting!
Oh, I didn't took me a long time to figure out what you're saying too. I was like, you are saying it. Okay, let me record this first.